Hey, we're live. I'm live. I'm live. Hi, everybody. I look back on my things and go, oh my God, I didn't say I was live. I keep going, oh, I'm live. Am I live? Am I live? But I'm live. So I don't know if anybody's around today. I'm going to give it a few more seconds. I don't know if anybody's around today. Rando Live. Just finished my class, my tarot reading class. We are on week 6 at the moment because I was poorly last week, so we pushed it forward a week. But we've just done the sword suit today. So I don't know if anybody's around. If you're around, say hi. Say hi. Are you there? Hi, Cheryl. There's always that moment. Hi, Gail. There's always that moment. Hey, everybody. There's always that moment where I sit here and go, is anybody coming on? Let's see. Let's see what we've got. There's so many of you tonight. So, and it's lovely. I love seeing everybody. Okay, so I'll see if I can get through as many people as I can tonight. I think I'm going to do them quite quick. I'm just here while I'm waiting for my class recording to upload because it has to go in the group so everybody can go back and watch it all. My dog is whimpering because her dad has just told her that he will take her for a WALK and he's not doing it yet. I don't know where her lead is. Should I see if it's in the cupboard? Sorry, guys. So yeah, if you'd like a message, let me know, and I will try and do what I can. No, it's not in the cupboard. It could be over there, or it could be in with the bags. She's got 2, so I don't know where either of them are. Or you could go and get the one out the van. It's in the door. It's in my door. Sorry, guys. Right, okay. Let's see. Let's go with quick and fast. Let's see what we've got. And Eva. I'm going to go on Eva. Okay. Anything for you on a relationship with the man you like? I can pull that. Before I do this, I'm going to tell you what they tell me you need to know, not necessarily what you want to hear. That's not to mean that I get a bad feeling. I'm just warning you first. Okay. First of all, this hit you from nowhere potentially. You may feel like this is destined in some way. If this person, I'm not going to lie, feels quite low commitment. It feels like if it is, it's a flirty energy, it's a sexy energy, it's a sexual sort of situation. I don't know if, I'm not saying they're necessarily bad for you. I'm just saying if you go into this, try not to settle for less than your worth. Have firm boundaries from the beginning. Know your worth as you enter it. Do not settle for anything. There's a difference between compromising and settling in a relationship. And although you may feel really attracted to this person, you may feel really powerfully like they are the one for you, it would suggest that you are very opposite of each other. And so there needs to be a blending place, a meeting in the middle where you have, it's like when you have water and fire. If you have too much fire, you boil all the water away. But if you have too much water, you put the fire out. So it's finding that point in the middle where you both meet and you both grow and expand. So if you do feel like this is a relationship that is worth pursuing, make sure that you have those firm boundaries. But to be honest, he kind of feels quite flirty, low vibe, wants to have some fun kind of energy rather than anything hugely committed. Although it may feel massive, be mindful of not falling too quickly and allow things to build up slowly as they're supposed to. But I do feel like this hit you out of nowhere. You didn't expect to fall for this person, or you've fallen really quickly for them. So just be mindful of boundaries and not letting them use you, basically, because they do feel very low commitment. That's not to say it won't grow into something more. It's just at the moment they feel really low commitment. So, okay, let's see. It's just so I really got to remember to write names down so that I can remember. Hi, everybody. Okay. Gina Clello, let's go with you. Okay. I'm going to go quite fast tonight because there's quite a few of you on and I love it. And I'd like to get through all of you. So, hi. Okay. Okay. Okay, so right now you could potentially, you are so welcome, Anne. So, Gina, it feels very much like you are feeling quite uninspired or feeling like there's something that you want or you need or you feel is necessary that you don't seem to be able to get going or you don't seem to be able to gain traction with. I don't know if this is literally traveling or whether it's something you want to move forward or you feel inspired to go and follow. Right now, it's about looking at strategies and stability so that what it is you want to do has long term traction and long term growth so that you can go into what it is you want to do. So, I don't know if this is to do with the home, just because I'm getting the Emperor being of a kingdom or building a kingdom, and the Four of Wands, which is kind of the home environment and stability of home. So, um, if it is a case that this is to do with a home, it's about putting things in place and it's about starting to look at what you are going to require. Also, you have the Emperor, the Monarch, the Emperor, which to me is somebody that doesn't necessarily actively do something, they're asking other people to do it. The Emperor can, though, um, request progress reports or request something to be instigated or initiated or carried out. So it's about knowing that you are the one that is in command of what's happening. You're the one that is saying, I would like this result. And it's, although you might need to chase people up, you cannot actively have an effect on the outcome directly. You can't micromanage it, but absolutely feel free to get progress reports and to get updates of what needs doing. How do we move forward? What do we need to bring in? Is there something I can actually do? It feels like you're about 4/10 of the way through the process, so there's going to be a bit of thing through the way. There's going to be a couple of hiccups on the way. At some point, you're going to have to stand your ground with somebody, I'm feeling. But eventually, it will move quite quickly and once the niggles are out the way, and they feel more like niggles. There's nothing that can't be overcome. But once that's done, it's kind of smooth. The end part of it is quite quickly. It moves quite quickly towards the end. There's just these little hiccups that need to be got over. So if you can ask them for any kind of pitfalls that are coming up along the way, anybody that you're working with, um, see if there's anything that you can deal with. Get a heads up that um, is there something that I can be doing my end that so we can prevent any kind of hiccups along the way. So um, oh, you're moving soon. Okay. So it's about saying like, well, what can is there anything I can be doing? Can you perceive anything coming up? And if so, can we get it in place so I don't have to worry about it to make it flow through quicker? But yeah, it feels at the end, this celebratory place in this new place, it doesn't feel like there's anything that's going to stop it from actually happening, but there may be some hiccups along the way and there may be needs for adjustment and compromise. But absolutely feel free to chase the people that should be earning the money for you or doing the work for you with that. Hope that helps, Gina. Okay. Dawn Johnson, I just saw your name somewhere. Where did I see it? There you go. Dawn Johnson. Okay, Dawn Johnson. Super fast, super quick. Ugh. Okay, 2 cards come flying off for you. Okay. Being in an emotionally stable place or satisfied place on a personal level, like you can self-satisfy, you can self-soothe, you're getting, or you're very aware of how you can get what you need to make you feel balanced. And why am I saying satiated? I don't know what that is. Oh, I do know it's like satisfied, but it's satiated is the very specific word they gave me. You are so welcome, Gina. um but being in this place, it gives you the opportunity to be curious, and there is something coming in for you in the next kind of month or so that is going to bring in this new energy. And I don't know if initially you're going to be like, oh, I don't think I can do that. I don't think I'm whatever. I don't think I can have what I need to do that to commit to that. Don't write it off at first go. It may feel like a bit of a challenge, but what it's bringing in for you is a whole new way for you to a whole new level, whole new upgrade for what's coming in your life. And there will be this kind of expansion the other side of it. There is this initial constriction, but if you think about it, when you go through an hourglass, there's this constriction and then it kind of comes out like that. And there's all this expansion the other side of that hourglass. And it's like you're coming towards that narrow bit. And this comes in at that time, and you feel really tight, really closed in. and you're like, I don't think I can do it. But the more you open yourself up and curious to all the possible ways that you can actually make it work for you, it will bring in this whole growth and expansion and up level for you. I hope that is useful in some way, Dawn. Thank you, Leone. My husband dyes my hair. My husband dyes my hair. He's quite useful like that. And currently he's ironing school uniforms, so I don't have to. No, he does it. He's been ironing while he's been doing the he's in my tarot course, so he's been doing that and learning tarot at the same time. Who says men can't multitask? Okay. Cheryl Flint. Cheryl Flint. If anybody does donate, there's no obligation to donate, by the way. But if you do donate, can you just make sure I know that you have? Because I've done it once where I've not known. And yeah, I felt really bad for weeks and then they turned up. So I do remember if you've donated, but yeah. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you for the confirmation. I love it. Thank you, Gemma, for letting me know. Okay. There is absolutely no obligation, but I do like to prioritize those that have, just because I wouldn't want to donate to something and not get a reading out of it. That's just not how I sit with it. So let's finish Cheryl. Let's do Cheryl quickly. That doesn't mean I'm going to rush it, Cheryl. I'm trying to be quick tonight. Okay, Cheryl. Okay. Yes, I like this. You have been working on you. I love this. Hi. I love this. It is it feels like you've been working on you, really stepping and embracing you, who you are, what makes you amazing, your confidence, honing your talents, honing your skills, really working on what it is you want to develop and gaining confidence and mastery in that. This real strong core. It feels like you can't be wavered right now. There is real goddess energy coming out of you as well, by the way, and I'm trying to think what one it is. I want to say Morrigan. It's not the Morrigan. I want to say Ceridwen. Is it Ceridwen? Anyway, there's a goddess energy coming through anyway. But there is this strong, there's Lyran, there's feline energy, all this wonderful, strong lioness energy coming through. And it really is like you're coming out of this big life lesson, this big evolutionary phase that you've just been through. Enjoy it at the moment. And that isn't to say that things are going to get hard. That's not what I mean. What I mean is right now it's about celebrating what you've done, where you've been through, how far you've come, and then kind of giving yourself that recharge moment to just kind of rest on your laurels and go, yes, you know what, this is actually, I've done all this work. Things are really nice right now, because I kind of feel like in the next month to 6 weeks, this whole new period of growth and evolution happens, and that means lessons, and that means good and bad ups and downs again. So right now it's about enjoying the progress, enjoying the quiet. It's the summer holidays for you. You finish 1 year of school, life school. There's this summer holiday break where you can just kind of enjoy it, and then it will all kind of, you'll be ramping up again to in the winter, in the autumn through to the winter, to kind of start the next phase of your growth effectively. So absolutely celebrate everything where you are right now. It feels really good. It's about a month, yeah, a month to 6 weeks. There's ups and downs. I didn't say it was all down, and I didn't say it was awful down either. Growth comes from adversity and challenge. Let's put it that way. But yeah, it looks good. It looks good. And the good thing is, with the fall, it means that you are supported and you will have this growth phase that's kind of divinely, there will be a choice for you to take that step into that growth phase. There will be something that you will go, yes, I feel like I need to go and do that to grow, or I need to go and do that for my spiritual growth. There is a more control than it just being dumped on you as a lesson. You have a choice to take a leap into that path, or this new path coming up for you, or a new opportunity coming up for you. But there will be growth within that, and it should be successful because it's the Fool, which means the universe kind of has your back with that one. Okay, Gemma. Gemma. And that means Danielle's here too. Hey, Danielle. Hi, everybody. I'm trying to move through these quite quickly tonight. So if I don't get to you right away, feel free to keep asked to comment. Obviously not every 30 seconds, but as you hear, I'm coming up to the end of a thing, feel free to ask to request a reading every now and then. Yeah, having control of it really helps, right, Cheryl? If it feels like it's thrust at you, it was the Fool, not the Tower. Let's put it that way. Okay, Gemma. Everything you need is already in place. It's about finding the way that you bring the elements together now. And that's going to take a bit of hit and miss. But the future that you want, as long as you're willing to put in the work and do the blood, sweat, and tears for it, everything you need is actually already in your life. It's just about bringing the elements together in a way that you can. Terry, you're really going to have to walk her. And sorry, Gemma. It's being not giving up when it doesn't completely work out the first time. I feel like there will be a couple of hits and misses, but being so determined to know that it's not going to be right away, but it will absolutely happen. You just have to find the right time, the right way to put all the pieces of the puzzle together. Do not give up hope. You will find that answer. The more determined you are, but not frustrated, the more determined you are, the more you can do it. Your thoughts are your biggest manifestation power. So if you're speaking positively, it will absolutely happen. You will know it's going to happen. And so your thoughts will go, yes, I need that. This is going to happen. As soon as you start thinking negatively, you're almost like tripping up and blocking your own energy. But yeah, I don't feel like it's right now that things are necessarily going to happen. I feel like there is a process, and I'm trying to put all the things together. Um, but you can absolutely do it. And the only reason I'm saying it's quite slow is because there is this pentacle at the end that is the slow development. But taking your time means that you can really sit and assess what works for you, what needs to be in place, what do you need for you to be ready to even make that change, to make that new path, or to make that goal happen. What do you need to even be actually ready for that to be the thing? It's what I call the muck spreading card, as I call it. Like, I have this seed and I'm going to plant it at some point, and I know, but I have to kind of work out what the optimal conditions are for me to be able to plant that seed, to commit to do that thing, to grow this whole new life or tangible thing in my life. So take the time, be determined. You do not have to lower your expectations, by the way, or what you will or not accept. What you will accept is what you will accept. And I feel like you don't have to settle in any way. You will find what you're looking for. You just have to be prepared to wait it out, and have a bit of trial and error. Um, and if something falls away, it's falling away because that isn't going to help you grow. That isn't going to give you the highest timeline. So if something doesn't work out, doesn't necessarily have to be the man, by the way. I'm not even feeling the man necessarily. That's not to say he won't be in your life. It's just, I feel like this is prioritizing you and what you need regardless of them, because they just come in to enhance, right? They can either come along for the ride with you, or they can carry on wherever. But it's about taking your time, and you don't have to compromise. I don't think you have to compromise. You can have everything you want, because I think you're not asking for too much. And sometimes when we're determined to have the life we truly deserve, we know we deserve, that does mean that we lose people along the way, but that's because they're not supposed to be part of that highest timeline that we're desiring or needing or requiring, or actually just asking for what we deserve. So that is a huge thing, and I appreciate how huge of a thing that is. So keep doing it. You can bring all the elements, and for you that's finding, what do I need for me to be okay in this situation? What do I need to get me out the door? What do I need to get me up the end of the path? What do I need to bring into place for me to be comfortable? And it's about going, okay, this is normal, and doing this normal for a little while, and then bringing a new variable in and going, okay, how does this change everything? Does that work? And it's okay to adjust along the way. It's a trial and error phase to get you to where you want to be, and it's growing in a way that, as long as you're growing and you're progressing, And even if you're where you are, as long as you're not going backwards, all is good. Do you know what I mean? It's just allowing yourself to be the alchemist of your own life and to bring in a little bit of this. And do I need to bring this in? And how much do I need to bring of my effort in? How much of my mental strength do I need to bring in? Can I give myself a day off? So it is really about you um getting playful with your energy, getting playful with what's around you, what do you want to bring in and what you don't. So I hope that's helpful, Gemma. It feels good. That feels really good. Oh, Melanie, was it relationship? You want to know if there's one coming in? Okay. Relationship. You do feel clearer around the head, Gemma. Normally there's like this weight in your crown, and actually it feels quite lighter. Um, Not completely. There's still some of it there, but it does feel like a lot lighter than it has previously. Okay, Melanie. Let's see. I knew I should have brought the Moonchild ones in. Okay. Okay. What I'm feeling is you're actually in quite a healing phase. I don't know if that sounds weird, but I feel like someone came up recently and they triggered stuff in you, or there's been a stalemate, or something's happened where something hasn't happened, if that makes sense. Something's happened that hasn't happened. So I don't know if this is there was somebody, and I don't know if you stopped talking to each other or you decided not to go for it. Something triggered. You are so welcome, Gemma. Thank you. Um, I just feel like there is something that's triggered, and you either don't want to deal with them, you don't want to have a conversation with them. There's something that's stopping you making a decision in a different direction than you were on. Um, but I feel like it triggered something, or somebody triggered something in you, because there's this need to retreat away a little bit and do some form of healing. So I don't know if you keep getting something that comes along and triggers that puts you off people or stops you moving into something with them. Um, and it's about healing that and leaving whatever that was, that person. There's some need to cut a cord, or I don't know if somebody didn't give you closure in the past, they ghosted you or something. It's about giving yourself the closure and making the decision that I don't have to wait around for someone. I can choose to walk away. I can give myself the closure. I can leave that feeling behind. I can heal that, because them leaving you isn't, or ghosting, or not getting some answer from somebody, that isn't a reflection of you. That's actually a reflection of them. And I know it's really easy to say it's not you, it's them. That's not what I mean. But it's stopping you from opening yourself up to something that could, yes, and that's kind of what I feel. And I don't know if you're worried that a lot of people, that everybody you come across, there are traits of that person, um, and that puts you off. Um, let's pull a couple more while I'm here. Yeah, and it's kind of, I do. It does feel like a friend. There's obstacles in the way. And I don't think necessarily that you're supposed to be with this friend, but I think this friend is a support for you. So not having that support in place as well, um, it kind of blocks you from your support network a little bit. I don't know if something around that has changed dynamics around you, or you relied on that person and it crossed the boundary, and now it's like, well, we can't go back to what we were. And there's that kind of, well, I've kind of lost my friend or my support as well as part of all this. And It will come. You will have your friend again. You will have your friend again. Whether that's romantic or otherwise, I don't really know. But there is a female friend you can lean on for support. I don't know if you know you can lean on them support, but there is a female friend around you that can, because there is some kind of, I don't know if you go out with this friend, kind of just get out the house and connect with someone, change your energy up a bit. I am taking more questions, Tiffany. So feel free to comment, and I will try and get to. I'm trying to get to everybody. Um, I'm on. By the way, if you can't see comments that I'm talking about, I am streaming in 3 different places. I'm on Twitch, I'm on YouTube, and I'm on Facebook. So, yeah. So if you feel like you're talking to yourself or you're not seeing who I'm talking to, then it's that. Hi, YouTubes. Um, but yes, there is this. They need to heal. And I don't know if you two are supposed to be together or not together, but regardless, I think you're missing your friend. Um, and I don't know if you feel like you have to take a step away for a little while they get over their obstacles and what they're going through, but that's absolutely the right thing to do because they just need their space to breathe. However, remind them that you are still there so that they don't get overwhelmed by that, but you don't have to be in it with them. It's almost like you can throw them the life ring, like, here if you need me, but I've got to do my thing. I can't be in swimming and drowning with you in the water, but I can absolutely, um, Paul, when I can come and get the help, or I can go and get the help that you need to get out of that situation. Um, but I feel July, August time, your friend, you'll be back in each other's lives again. Um, and then that you have a choice whether you continue finding out what was happening with them or you have a choice to move forward as friends, but there is a choice at the end of that, and I kind of feel like your closure or what you're looking for, your answer, your solution will come to you around uh, end of July, mid-August time. um, and yeah, I really feel like that's when you get your choice time. Like, you can choose to be with them, you can choose not to be with them. You will find your way in that relationship. Um, Whether you take it forward or you just leave it as is, you will choose your path. With regards to them, sort of, I'm really feeling around the middle 10 days of August, sort of the 8th through to like the 12th, that kind of time, that you'll have this chance to make a decision. And that's not necessarily going to be an easy decision because whatever choice you make, you kind of, it's not that you can't go back from it, but it feels big. It feels like it has ripples attached to it. Um, and from that point, obviously, but that's kind of what's coming up. There's this gap between you, but it's not a gap that is insurmountable. You're not completely broken. It's just they have some stuff to get over and deal with. That gives you time to work on whatever you feel you need to work on for you. Just go and have some fun, go and have some connect with other friends, go and have some fun and frolics if you want to. But yeah, it kind of feels that that situation with that person will be kind of um finding its place, or you'll have that chance to make a decision one way or another. Kind of, I'm really feeling the beginning, middle of August of that time. I'm really getting the 8th of August for some reason. But again, it's up to you what you do. It's your choice which way you go. But again, you don't have to settle. You have to be, if you are going to choose to be together, you have to be together as two whole people. Um, that's not saying you're not. I just feel like they might not be ready. Oh, you're a Leo. Oh, wow. Yeah, 8-8 Lionsgate. Oh, of course it is. Yeah, Leo season. Maybe you'll go and celebrate your birthday and, you make a decision around then. It's up to you. But yes, I feel like things could get moving there, or you will have options. I feel like you'll have options and you can make that choice then. Okay, Tiffany, you would like to know what the outcome will be between you and your kid's father? Okay, before I start this, anybody that has never seen me before, I read what you need to know, not necessarily what you want to hear, so I will try and do my best. Evening, everybody. Okay. Okay, I don't know if you and the kid's father keep going round and round and round in circles, but you need to make. Okay, this is quite big. Um, I love it when it tells me that. Great. Um, you keep going round and round and round in circles potentially, or there's this cycle that keeps happening. And it keeps happening because you need to respond to that thing, to them in a different way. When we go round and round in circles, we're not making a different choice. So the same thing's going to keep happening over and over again. And may have slight variations, but fundamentally it's the same energy going in circles. What you need to do is make something even slightly, even the tiniest change, so much different. Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you for the confirmation, Melanie. It's always a relief when you get confirmation. Um, you do the tiniest change, and instead of going around in circles, you then begin the spiral. And the spiral is we go spiraling until we meet our center, and then it's the enlightenment and all these wonderful things on our natural path, our highest path. But with regards to him, your child's father, there's a pattern that keeps happening, and you need to change how you respond to that. Um, and it's telling me, which is really useful, that you already know what you need to do to change it, and you will know the way to navigate that change. Um, I don't know if there's some form of commitment that they're not stepping up to, or you would like them to do, or but what I'm seeing is that there needs to be some form of structure that's required. Um, there is a need for or you would require some form of commitment from them. I don't know if that's necessarily romantic, although it is tends to be the more relationship kind of thing. Um, but your gut will tell you the right thing to do. Um, and your intuition already tells you everything. What your gut tells you is is probably right. Like it's telling me that I can't tell you the answer. You have to navigate that for yourself, but that your inner compass, your own intuition, and you need to be trusting that more because your intuition is actually quite powerful. And you don't know if you have tarot cards yourself, but if you don't, you should probably be looking at some form of divination work or spirit work. However, um, you this is major arcana, so this is a big choice. So you can choose one way or another, and you know the right answer already, or your gut is telling you the right answer. The best way I can describe it is if your head, your heart, and your gut are not completely in alignment, follow two out of the three. Because I feel like your head is what's getting in the way. Um, this feels more like a spiritual guidance compass thing, and um, you will know what to do in about 3 weeks' time. Like any feelings that are coming up with this full moon this week, acknowledge them. Anything that's coming up, your intuition is going to be on point this week. So, any fears that are coming up, anything that feels wrong, note them down. Don't react to them at that moment, but then assess why those things and feelings are coming up and get to the root of it and then have the conversation with him because I feel like you keep going around in circles. And I feel like I need to tell you, don't say you keep doing this to hurt me. Say when you do this, it makes me feel this. And I feel like it's about changing it rather than accusing him of doing something. It's about saying when you do this behavior, it has this effect. So you need to change this behavior because we keep going around in circles and we keep having, and it's just changing the language ever so slightly, um, so that he can understand. Because I don't know if you keep saying the same thing, and so he stopped listening. And it's just about changing it in a way that makes him listen. Like, oh, she hasn't said that before. Like, I don't know, but there's something. It's about changing it, and even the tiniest change will set you on a different path, a different track than where you have been right now because it doesn't. It just feels like it's circles. I hope that's helpful, and it gives you more stability, more structure, more reliance on each other. Even if you're not together romantically, you are in this together, right? You have a kid together, so it's really important that you get on and you have a really effective way of communicating because you have this long-term commitment as parents to this child together, regardless of whether you're together or not. Although it feels like you should be. I don't know if that's helpful in any way, but again, I can't tell you what to do because apparently you need to tell yourself. But that's what I'm getting anyway, Tiffany. I hope that's helpful. Okay. Okay. Uh, okay. First of all, Stickles No Pickles Bubbles Bass. That's an incredible poem. That's an incredible rhyme, and I love that. I mean, I'm not going to share that on my screen because I'm also on YouTube and and Facebook, but that's epic. I want to keep that. I want to keep that. I'm going to write that in my journal tonight. That's so funny. Okay. I love it. Okay. Let's see who's around. Who's around? Let's see. Okay. Lorna. Hey, Lorna. Hey, Lorna. Also, I'm assuming. Oh, Lorna, you're stressed. Hang on. Um, if you've ever had a reading from me, I know this is really cheeky, but if you've ever had a reading from me and it resonates and you feel compelled to, there is absolutely no obligation to do this. I'm just asking really nicely. But if you have and you feel like leaving a review, could you go to the review section of my page and my Facebook page and leave a review, even if it's good or bad. I don't mind, because I like people to get an honest review. So if it's not been completely resonating, then just tell me. um so yeah, but yeah, just let me know. But yeah, please, if you feel so compelled to, even if it's a comment on the wall. If you can't, I don't know if the review page is even working, but if you can leave a review or a recommendation, please feel free to do that. Okay, big decision. This is really not going to be helpful. I've just it wasn't working. No, Bixby. Oh my God, does anybody else have that app on your phone and you like, I don't like it, and it still invites itself to every conversation? Um, it should be, Leone. If it's on the page, it should be. I'll try and find it later. I'll try and sort that later. I tried it on. You're not the first person to tell me that this week, and yet every time I go on it, it does take me, even if it's not me, it's on another device. It does take me to the website. It's really weird. Okay, Lorna, for you, it's stressful because you have to make a big decision, and it's weighing up what you need and what you can commit to. Don't overextend yourself. It's going to take some juggling to make things work, but don't overextend yourself. You have to know. I feel like you need to navigate for the tightest things and have a buffer. Um, oh, thank you, Ms. K. Yeah, I stream on both because not everybody likes YouTube's or Facebook's or whatever. So I'm just across the platforms because I like doing this. It's what I was meant to do. So absolutely, you can do anything you want. It's going to need you to, I don't know if you meditate already, but you need to meditate. That it's going to take some flexibility. There are going to be a couple of things where you need to change your perspective ever so slightly on some things just to see the full potential and the full ways to eke out stuff. Um, Also, I don't know if you're relying on something that isn't healthy in order to do this, and that's not to say that it's something bad. Or I feel like you need to remember that um you are capable all on your own. You don't need another person to support you or to bring people into you. You are enough on your own, and I feel like you might want to bring someone in to help you because you don't feel like you're a big enough draw on your own, but you really are. You can do anything on your own. Um, and it's about changing the perspective that you are enough from not being enough or worried that you're not enough. You are more than enough. Oh, you have decided to take it. Amazing. People will come to you by word of mouth. Absolutely, you can advertise, but I don't feel like you need to put it too much out there. You don't need to pay other people to do the work for you, because I feel like word of mouth will be enough. There's going to be this time where you're going to feel like I have to juggle a few things. Um, but you will have enough for you to be comfortable. You just have to know it's going to work out. You just have to know, this is absolutely what you're supposed to be doing. And don't let recent things hold you back from believing that you are a good person, or you're capable, or I don't know, something's knocked your confidence or made you doubt. You've been thrown a speed bump, and it's took a ding out your wheel, and it's time to go, okay, that wheel's not working. Let's get a different wheel. Yes, you're about to do some amazing things. You have the Queen of Pentacles, so good things are coming into you. Abundance is coming into you. But yeah, I don't know if you're having a wobble, that you're not enough on your own, but you really are. You are more than enough all on your own. I don't know if you needed to hear Queen Victoria was on the Queen card. I love this deck. Oh, hello. I've managed to put cards in the wrong way round. Well done, Kayleigh. I'm sure I'll find the other ones that are around the wrong way. You are so welcome, Lana. Okay. Ms. K. Let's go to you. I'm going to try and spread it across both, because I don't want people on the YouTubes to think that I'm, or the Twitches to think that I'm ignoring them. But absolutely, please, guys, feel free to keep asking. Ms. K. Okay, let's see what we've got for you. Wow. Powerful. I love this. You are about to embark on a venture that you absolutely are supposed to be doing, and you are going to inspire others on your path to do this. I don't know if you're supposed to be coordinating something together, but you were made to be a leader. And you are about to expand, like where you've already had success and you've honed, and you're supposed to, I don't know if you're supposed to teach or you're supposed to lead other people in what it is you're doing, but you are going to lead by inspiration and by building up people's confidence. But that starts with you having your own confidence and relying on and being able to trust your own abilities and your own skills. And I feel like you've been doing this, and you've been developing and growing and expanding what you're doing. You're about to get a whole load of praise for what you've been doing and recognition for what you've been doing, especially if you've been leading in some way. And I don't know if you've been looking for a promotion in something, but there is this kind of promotion kind of feeling to it, like being elevated and revered and celebrated in some way for the hard work that you've been doing. You've applied to be a Samaritan. Oh my God, that's amazing. If it helps, you have the success card. That really would be you putting out there and expanding things. You have the passion and the drive for this. And I do feel like I don't know if there's a way for you to progress through the Samaritans, but there really is. This is you being passionate about something and really growing and thriving and honing your natural abilities into something that brings you personal growth, personal satisfaction. You're naturally skilled for this job and will be successful in that endeavor. You're really good with your words. You're good at finding what the solution is, finding the problems. Be mindful that I know it's obvious, but make sure if you're given support mechanisms in place that you do use them, that you don't reach the point of overwhelm. Make sure that you are absolutely like decompress from hard calls. Make sure that or hard, like when it gets overwhelming, make sure you bring the support in place. Do not be afraid to ask and lean on other people for that support, because obviously if you're dealing with personal injury claim also coming to an end after 5 years with a nasty ex. I feel like that gives you some form of closure that also helps you on the way forward as well. And again, it gives you the opportunity to see which way you want to go, where do I want to go now? What way do I want to grow my life now? It's like you're very much in command of the way you want to move forward, and you're making decisions based on what you want and you need, rather than well, somebody's being emotionally manipulated. I don't know if they emotionally manipulated you or did all that horrible work, but you're never going to be in a place where that happens again. And it's almost like you've gone through that so that you can help people navigate in this Samaritan's role. Um, you use what you went through to inspire and guide others and be a way shower for them out of their darkness, because you've been there, and so you know the way out, or at least you know who you can send them to, or um, how they can get support in that moment of crisis, because you've been in that place of crisis and found a way. So you'll become a way shower, a leader of light, and truly understanding their emotions. Also, your intuition is on point too. I'm not going to lie, it felt awful, but no one's ever going to get you there again. And that was rock bottom. That was your dark night of the soul. And most healers and most light workers and people that do the work of helping others out of the darkness, the way showers, they have to have gone to the deeper darks, because otherwise, how can we even comprehend where someone is to help them navigate their way out of that? I hope that's helpful, Ms. K. And thank you for always liking my videos. It means a lot. Honestly, anybody who supports me anywhere, it means the absolute world to me. Okay. Laura Berman. I'm trying to get around to everybody, so please feel free to keep asking. Okay, Laura Berman. Right now, I don't know if you've been feeling apathetic or numb or feeling underwhelmed, not really feeling very inspired. I just feel like you're in a place where you feel, oh, thank you for the confirmation, Ms. K. As a Ms. K myself, I'm very grateful. I'm a Kayleigh. I'm a Ms. K primarily before I'm a Mrs. But I don't know if you look at what you've got and you look at everybody else and you think everybody else is out there having a wonderful time. Why don't I feel like I'm having a wonderful time? Why haven't I got that joy that they all seem to have? If you're looking at people's social media and thinking that and hearing all the good, nobody really ever shares the bad. Nobody really does share the bad, because we're all conditioned to be perfect or look like we've got it all together or look like everything's wonderful. So for you, if you're in this place where you're like, how do I feel about that? Um, I feel like you need to tend to your own cup. Like, what do you need for you to be happy? We can't be ecstatic all the time. And actually, Teal Swan, I saw a thing she did a few months ago where she said, real joy isn't being ecstatic every moment of the day. It's about being in consistent contentment or something like that. It was being in a place of contentment rather than ecstatic, wondrous bliss. It's about being happy consistently. Because we're so fixated on the pinnacle moments that when we don't have them all the time, it we go into this place where we think, oh, my life's failing, and it's not failing. Your life is wonderful. But it's about recognizing the balance that we can't have blissful joy all the time, just like we can't have darkness all the time, but we have to have each of them to have contrast for the other. So we have to have the darkness and the sadness, so that when we do have the joy, we can totally appreciate it because it's in stark contrast to what we had. But I feel for you, it's trying to balance your happies and sads and finding that consistent middle point of contentment. And I feel like this is your current lesson. Like, I think you're recognizing that there are things in your life that you have been comfortable in discomfort with certain things. And now they're kind of leaving your life. And I feel like they've been leaving for a little while, bit by bit. And you've probably felt that. but I feel like there's things in your life that are falling away for a reason, and you need to be in a place of allowing them to fall, allowing you to feel the emotions of them being removed from your life, that kind of grieving kind of process. And we don't have to just grieve about people, we can grieve about things or realities or futures that we thought we would have, or um, doing and just processing that, because there's this energy, because part of your cycle is ending. Although it's ending, all these wonderful new things are birthing forth, because these things had to leave to bring this new energy in. Um, and so for you, it's kind of accepting the change and accepting that things have to end in a certain situation. Something has to come to a close. And really, it kind of has been coming tapering off for a while. It's just this kind of finality of it. Um, but it's like Halloween season. I think I've already mentioned this today. It's like Halloween season. Things come to an end and they die off, but they die off so that the new seeds have something to mulch down and feed them, so they can be nourished to grow anew in the spring again. So for you, you may be in this kind of constrictive womb period where you feel like nothing's happening, your joy's not happening yet. Is it ever going to happen for me? What's happening? Why has nothing happened? And there's that wonderful meme where it says, sometimes we think we've been put in the darkness when really we've been planted. And I think you're in that phase where you're about to sprout and grow, but right now it's allowing everything to kind of break off and take those wonderful lessons and the joys and the gratitude for everything that has fallen away. And joy is like Con Marie in it, when she tidies the house, she goes, you don't bring me joy anymore, and you're not fulfilling my life, and you don't have a purpose in my life, but thank you for everything you brought me. And then releasing it with love. And I feel like that's what you're doing at the moment. This need to thank you for all the lessons you taught me. Yes, our paths aren't on the same place anymore, but thank you. And releasing it with love and processing it, because I feel like the more you let things go or release things, the more new things come in, and the more your new life grows up, and you almost like flourish and bloom. But right now you're in this place where you just have to kind of keep your balance and let things go, and know when to give and when to take, and when to be productive and when to rest. And because I feel like you're in this latent phase ready to kind of spring and grow. Um, it shouldn't be for much longer, if that is of any help to you. I feel like things start falling. It's like dandelions. There are dandelions on that card. The dandelions are like clocks. But there is some big happiness coming through for you. In about 8 months' time, there's going to be this wonderful, blissful moment that is just one of those moments where you just want to step 8 to 10 months' time, you just step back and go, wow, I just want to take a moment of this life, because this is the peak high, that darkness had to happen for the contrast to have that light. And I kind of feel like it, yeah, and that there's a choice. You have a choice to leave something. There's something you need to leave that isn't fulfilling you emotionally. And I think you've had to leave, and I think you've been putting things in place to end it or walk away from something. The reason it's the hardest thing to let go. And I want to cry, but you've done all you can in that situation. And sometimes we have to get to the point where we go, do you know what? This isn't making me happy. And although it's not awful, I'd rather leave before it does. Before I start resenting and it gets hard and toxic. And it's better to walk away healthy than it is to walk away um angry and resentful. And then you have the whole shoulda, woulda, couldas, and then you angry at yourself because you're like, why did I waste so much time? But you've done everything you can to this point with something, and it's potentially that needs to end, to walk away into something new. But new is absolutely there. It's just the other side of releasing whatever it is that needs to go. I don't know if that's a job or what, but there is something to let go of. I hope that's helpful, Laura. That went very deep very quickly. Okay, let's see. Okay, Leone, I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to time it in case you're not here, because I know you said you had work. Leone, I will pull you a card quickly. First of all, there is a sicky feeling in your stomach, like an acidy feeling. So I can taste burger, and I've not eaten burger, so that's weird. It's like a burpy, acidy feeling. So I don't know if you've been really stressed and you've calmed down a little bit, and then your stomach, everything's flooded to your stomach to deal with your digestive system, and then that's caused acid, which then causes anxiety. But yeah, Pepto-Bismol or Gaviscon, that'll settle that down. And lots of water. I feel like you need to have lots of water. There's like a headache going on. Okay, another one, choosing to walk away from something that has not been happy or healthy. But the good news is, um, there's some joy to celebrate soon. Um, in 8 to 10 months' time, your life is going to look completely different. And when you look back, you're going to go, thank God. The reflections won't be painful, they'll be beautiful. And you'll see your growth and you won't feel overwhelmed. And you will be in a place where you can sit in the waters of your emotions and not be afraid or be overwhelmed by them. I'll do you next, Sam. Um, Look into the plant medicine of morning glory. Although I feel like I've given you morning glory before as a thing to look into, but if it is, if it isn't, there's something about morning glory, the plant, not necessarily the medicine to take it. I mean, like the spiritual medicine meaning of the flower. There's something in morning glory for you. Um, but in 10 months' time, you will be so in such a completely different place. Very similar energy to Laura a second ago, because right now it's about mastering thoughts and making material plans, bringing stability into you materially, giving yourself the structure, the home, making sure you have everything you need materially so that that part is taken care of. So making sure your body is taken care of. Because when our energy systems are out of whack, if we start bringing one into alignment, the others start coming in with it. And so as we get the material, and then the mental anguish comes down because the material's in place, our 3D world's in place, and then everything else comes with it. Um, and I feel like as that comes in, there's a lot of spiritual energy that you kind of regain your spirit and you regain your energy and your will. And um, right now, it's about managing the thought processes and getting the plans in place to have the structure. What do I need to bring in materially right now for my body to be okay, my finances to be okay, my home to be okay? What support do I need around me? And making sure that's all in place. And then start making plans to bring each of the energy systems into alignment. I hope that helps, Leone, in some way. Yeah, it does feel temporarily lost. It's not forever. In 10 months, it's different energy. Okay, Sam. Okay, that beard just brings me joy. Not yours. Yours, your. First of all, if something makes you laugh or something makes you happy or something magical happens, it's okay to smile and enjoy it. And it's okay to have sunshine right now. It's okay to be happy. You don't have to feel guilty about being happy. Hilarious. I hope that's the beard and not the fact that you're allowed to be happy. There's decisions to make, and you don't want to make them, or you don't feel in a place to make them. You don't want to make them. Okay, I love that. Okay, she's got a decision to make, but she doesn't want to make them. She doesn't feel like she wants to make them, and then it goes. You either don't want to make them, can't make them, don't feel you can make them, should, would, couldn't. It's just kind of your brain's processing too much stuff. There's too many options. Um, and you don't want to do these decisions. You don't want to make these choices. Are you the one researching all the choices? Are you the one getting all the information? Because it feels like you're the one that has to organize everything or get things sorted or navigate things. But the best thing as project leader is you don't have to micromanage everything. You can set tasks for people and say, I want this done by this point, get back to me. I want this done by this point, get back to me. I want this done by this point, please get back to me. And you can coordinate everything. You don't have to do all the things, but you can absolutely ask other people to go and get the information for you and come back to you. And if you need clarification, absolutely go and do that. This is my live for animals making noises. So, Shima, thank you. Um, Also, I I don't know if you're doing this whole life assessment thing, which I think inevitably we do when we're confronted with what you're going through right now. Um, you need to allow yourself time before you decide who you are now and what this version of you this side feels and looks like. You have to honor that when you need time and space, when you need support. I just want to cry when you need support. Um, and for you, it's about when to be productive, when to rest, when to cry, when to be strong, when to move forward with something, when to go chuck it in the fuck it bucket. I don't care. This today is not the day. Um, and you don't have to settle for decisions. You can compromise, but don't settle. I feel like somebody has very strong opinions of what they think something should be, and I don't think I feel like it's about them rather than the collective or what should be happening. And it's having to navigate that between settling for what they want because it's easier to not have an argument. And I feel like you'll be playing mediator in some role around that or having to have conversations with people. I feel like you're going to have to be the grown up. And I don't want to tell you that. But I feel that there is something about two very opposite ideas and trying to find the compromise in the middle. And I feel like that's why these options have to come in. You're like, oh, there has to be something that happens in between. But it can't be you also settling for what makes other people. It's really important that you don't allow people to bully to get what they want because somebody shouldn't. This kind of environment brings people are angry, people are hurting, and so they don't navigate conversations like proper like they don't respond, they react to everything. And so everybody fights over everything. And what you need to do is I do feel like you have to be the grown up. Like, hey, this isn't about you, it's about all of us, and it's about mum, and it's about this, or it's about whatever it is. I feel like it's this big whole, yes, absolutely, I can take the lead on this, but I'm not doing everything. You can go and sort that. You can do that. And then we'll come together and we'll make a decision together, the one that works together. And we will find what works and collaborates together, what all lines up together. Does it all work together? Because if the parts don't match, nothing's going to run. Um, but the most important thing is that you honor what you need emotionally, what you need spiritually, what you need on any level to help you navigate this. It's important that you get the support you need, the emotional support, physical support if you need it, whatever it is. But you have to be navigating ups and downs, extreme ups and downs. One minute you're happy, one minute you're really sad. It's the most resilient and hard time ever. But you have a Two of Cups, which means you have someone that can absolutely support you emotionally, spiritually. They see you, they respect you, you ride or die. You you jump, I jump, I've got your back. If you're not okay, I will pick you up and support you until you are okay. you have that to lean on. You have stability. Wow, this person's amazing. Um, because your whole world's been obliterated and now you're healing and navigating a whole new life in a whole new way with the structure of everything you knew has fallen down, and so you have to rebuild a whole new life in a whole new way, and that takes healing and that takes support and that takes people around you. So make sure that you are calling on the people. It also reveals who your people are. When this is the star card and it comes right after the tower, and the tower is when everything comes crumbling down. But what happens when the tower falls? Some people run for the hills, some people don't care, and other people come running towards you, and other people come running to support you. Those are your people, those are your family, and those are the people that you can lean on and call on, because the shit has literally hit the fan and they came and ran rather than kept distance or, ran the other way. So those are the people that you can build your life back up around. And I feel like while you're healing, whoever ran towards you or runs towards you, you can rely on. So, I mean, I'm not saying write everybody else out your life, but it does help you have more discernment moving forward. And emotionally, relationship wise, you have someone who brings you stability, and they can adjust what stability is. If you can have a conversation and say, hey, this isn't working, can you help me with this? Or hey, you know how do I navigate this? You don't have to do it on your own. Oh wow, that's the first time I've had that come up with it. um because right now, you have to build a new life and you don't want to and you're not ready to, and nothing is prepared and nothing is ready, and that's hugely anxiety inducing. So um your words are going to be snippy. Everybody else's words are going to be snippy. There are people that have half heard things on the internet or half heard information, but they won't come and ask for the information. I don't know. There's a whole lot of things. And what you need to do is assess what you need and communicate to the people that you know can bring you stability. Because right now, there are people that you think they might do, but I don't think you can even put yourself there to say, hey, can you help me with this? Because you're not sure whether they'll let you down or not. Because they haven't come when the storm hit. They're hovering around the edge, and that's great. But when you're already hurting and you're already broken, the last thing you need is to go, hey, can you help me with this? And they go, no, sorry, I can't. Because that's just going to leave you a whole world of hurt. And it's not that they've done it maliciously, but you feel it painfully because everything is raw. It's like having sunburn and touching it with an ice cold finger. It's raw, and anything else on top just hurts. So know your people, know your structure, and ask them. Absolutely, feel free to ask the others, but if they can't help you, it's not personal. It's just they either can't right now, or it's just balance for you. Finding balance in whatever way you can, emotionally, physically, financially, materially. You've got to build a whole new foundation again. One of your pillars, the foundation's been shaken and shook, and it's about building it back up again. And that takes time and healing and energy and love, and it'll be slow. I hope that helps in any way. Personal, emotional fulfillment. What do I need? I'm in the center of this storm. What do I need? Yes, there may be people that are as close in the center circle, and there are going to be people that dump into the circle of it. It's like a circle of crisis, right? There's the center person, the thing that it's directly happened to, and then there's the support around them in various circles. People need to learn to dump out into the outer rings, not dump in where people are already hurting. I'm going to find that. I'm going to share that on my page. Circle of crisis. Circles of crisis. Because it's a great, great graphic. But yes, I'm sending you love. And I will be up till about 1 o'clock tonight, if that's of any help to you, Sam, at least. And my phone is really loud. Okay. Let's see. Also, I have loads of bananas if you want them, Sam. Loads. I wish I'd known that. I've got like 3 bunches of bananas. Okay. Or if anybody right near me wants a bunch of bananas, I have lots of bananas. Okay, Kim. I've just seen other Sam. Hey, Sam. Okay, Kim. Okay. I am not joking. I've got like 20 bananas in my dining room. I come home, Sam, and he had more bananas in the house. And he went, I wish we'd known that she liked bananas. She could have had them all. Anyway. Kim, there's anxiety in the present because I feel like somebody has had harsh words, or they've not thought their words through, or they've said something cutting and horrible, damaging. And this is possibly one of the people that normally are your inner collective and they help you, but they've said something horrible. And I don't think it came from a place where they've thought about what they were actually saying. And that doesn't condone that what they said wasn't hurt. But whatever it was, these loose words, these loose things that have come out, whether they were stressed because they had a lot going on or whatever, I don't know. I don't even know if this is in a work environment or whatever. Anyway, they've said something and it's induced anxiety in you, like extreme anxiety. Like for some reason you're not up at night. You're up at night and struggling potentially. That's about to come to an end soon. It's about to prove fruitless. It feels like it's triggered something in you because this is the way you respond to this, the way you deal with this current anxiety. Um, okay, that's what I'm thinking. Something's triggered. And I was about to say this. Um, it's bringing up a pattern and it's brought it up again so that you realize how it doesn't trigger you anymore, if that makes sense. So it doesn't trigger you as much. So each time it comes round and your thoughts come up, it's almost like you're giving yourself some form of closure. You're healing up that wound, you're finishing up that lesson, because that's what I have. I have the universe, the world card, which is it's finishing up that lesson. Yes, I've learned my lesson. Yes, I've done the work. Now I can celebrate that that doesn't trigger me anymore, that that doesn't affect me anymore as much as it did, or I'm healing that, or I know what I need to do to heal that. I'm healing that. I'm doing the work because you are so close to closure on that healing work on that um, in a minute it's going to come up. It's not even in a minute. In a year's time, you're going to go, oh, I haven't thought about that for ages. Oh, I don't feel sad about that anymore. Or it doesn't affect me as much anymore. It doesn't affect me at all anymore. I can talk about it almost detached. But right now, something's triggered it, something's brought it up. And I think you already know that this is old stuff, that it's not something current or necessarily that energy currently being in. But you, it's about discerning between what is something triggering and what is the current situation. And that trigger's coming up with past information that you can use. But there is fear of it being repeated, and I've already worked on what did it. Okay. So it coming up again. I was about to. I love that you asked the question as I'm about to say what it is. I love this. So where was I? So it's coming up again, and you have all that past information of things that came up, ways you dealt with it, what the red flags were, what the situation was, and it's discerning between what is the old shadow tricking and what is the new way forward, and what is your gut basically. So it's about learning to trust your intuition, because I don't know if somebody gaslit your intuition before and that's why you don't trust it. But then when you look back, I think you'll realize your intuition was saying something and somebody made you believe it wasn't saying that. And so it's about trusting that your inner guidance system, your intuition, will absolutely guide you to your best path. And I feel like that's the obstacle right now. It's trusting yourself. It's trusting um, your own judgment, and somebody destroyed that, so you're learning to do that again. And yes, you might make little trip ups along the way, but they're never going to be as cataclysmic as that person was. And by moving forward and doing it anyway, which if it doesn't work out, you've already been through the worst. Nothing's going to be as bad as it was for that. So anything now, yeah, it may not work out. I mean, it doesn't suggest that it won't for me. It doesn't see that it's going to not nothing's going to work out. It's just even if it doesn't, you already know how to deal with it. You've already been through the worst, and it's never going to be as bad as that. Also, karma will get them, so you don't have to actively do anything in that front. But again, you've learned to trust facts, not what somebody tells you is the truth. Facts are facts, proven behavior, how they have behaved consistently, going steady and looking for proven behavior rather than love bombing in the beginning, being told something will happen, that carrot with the stick situation. Every time you question something, they gaslight you. And it is learning to trust yourself, it's learning to trust others all over again. But that's what you need to look for, proven behavior, proven evidence that they say what they do, what they say, what happened, well, not what happened happens, or what they're going to do is what they're going to do. And I know it's really hard after you have been gaslit forever to not sit there and go, well, you blah, 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 blah. But I feel like that's the thing. It's trusting your own intuition, your own gut again. It's trusting other people. But the best thing you can do is facts are facts. If you say you're going to do it and you don't do it, then there should be a do you know what I mean? There's a consequence. There's a boundary. It's about setting boundaries. Absolutely, we will go and do this, and I am up for doing this. But if at any point your behavior crosses this threshold, I will walk away. And you know you can walk away because you right now. You walked away from that before. So you are more than capable of either situation. So remember, you have a choice. I think before somebody took away your choice or made you believe that your choice was taken away. And so you have autonomy, you trust your gut, and you are being shown a yes, you probably are. And that's probably because you have gone through and learnt the lesson of the awakening event that led you to the spiritual path. And so because you've done that, it's time for the next lesson to come through. So yes, you are. And it's possibly earth and divination based, potentially. Are you supposed to be learning plant medicine? Yes, your path is being shown. And I feel like you're ready to go and jump on that path as well, by the way. I feel like you're ready to go running down there, but new energy's unlocking for you. Because like I said, that old lesson's clearing up. So it's about stepping into the new one, and energy's going to move quite quickly. It's just this blockage that you've got to get over. Your spiritual path involves you trusting your intuition and trusting your own ability of guiding and navigating yourself and potentially others. So once you get over that and trust that again, then yes, that whole path moves quite quickly for you. I hope that helps, Kim. Hope that's helpful. Okay. I swear I just saw an orb. Okay. Yesterday on the collective root thing, there was a big orb that just floated across my screen. I probably shouldn't say that with Terry here because he freaks out about the ghosties and the spirits. Especially the guy who puts his face through our bedroom wall and laughs at us. It's quite funny. I think it's funny. Terry doesn't think it's funny. He's like, why is he in our bedroom? And I went, I don't know. It's only he only pops through like this and looks and then goes away again. It's harmless. He's not doing anything. Another one there. Look. Crazy. Okay. You are so welcome, Kim. You should do that again, Kim. I bet you were really good at that. Do you know I've never gone and done a ghost hunt? Maybe I should go and do a ghost hunt. They just seem to be turning up lately. Terry told someone yesterday. Terry started telling people about the ghosties and the spirits and how my face changed once with one of them. I wasn't like possessed. I was just letting his energy merge with mine. I was never out of control. But Terry was like, "Your whole face changed," and I went, "Yeah." I guarantee I probably can, and it's just told me you can learn stuff from that, Kayleigh. I would love to learn how to do that. I don't know if there's anywhere in Plymouth that kind of does that. I'd love to find out. Okay, if you'd like a reading, let me know. There are 6 of you on, so I know when it goes down to 6, we're wrapping up. But if you'd like a reading, I will honour anybody that puts their name now, and I will do that for you. Sarah, did you want a reading? I see unicorns, so I'm assuming you're going to have one anyway. I love journeying, Kim. Journeying is my favourite, shamanic journeying. And not because it's you never, I mean, it's harsh, right? It puts you through it, and it's just the things that come back. It's just incredible. No, I mean, like ghosts of, well, yeah, we do all have one, and I'm pretty sure ghosts are just echoes of, anyway. Because if we reincarnate, right? How do you do that? You're worried about a friend. You already know what to do with this friend. Okay, first of all, you have for you, I will do your friend in a second. If she's there to like, or I can read where your energy intersects your friends. Let's put that way. For you, it's it's a lesson. It's about stepping through fear for you, and in that moment, you just bloom and grow, and there's sunshine. This next month is a real awakening moment for you of um remembering that you are more than capable of healing people and supporting people and giving them what they need for them to be healed. Almost like I want to say a spiritual nurse. I don't think that's what I quite mean, but like salvation for people. Is this to do with your friend? Because if your friend needs help, you already know what she needs, and you are more than capable of giving her the advice she needs and the support she needs. And if you can't do it, then you know where to send her. Um, okay. For both of you, I don't know if you two are supposed to join forces and help each other. I don't know. Your friend is supposed to be walking away from something, by the way, which is going to be really hard for her to do because she's very emotionally invested in this situation. But the healthiest thing is that she's probably going to choose to eventually walk away from it. However, right now, I don't think she necessarily feels ready or that it's an option for her. But it feels like she should be walking away from something because she is tired. And for both of you, I feel like you have very similar things going. Like she's going through something you've been through, and so you can understand where she is and what she needs. And I don't know if that's triggering stuff for you, that she's in the same place, and so that can trigger things in us like, oh, sounds just like where I was a few years ago. But the beautiful thing is you can show her how you've grown and you can do things through that situation, and that she is down but not out. I feel like she's battle weary, for whatever one of a better description. Like she's tired and weary, but she hasn't lost fight. All her fight, she still has a will to um, achieve it or make things happen. She's not given up hope. So it's about going within and seeing what she actually wants. And the same with you. What is it you truly want? What is it you truly need? Who even are you right now? What do you truly want? Because you need to start building your life up towards you or her. This is one of you. Um, building your life up towards what you want it to be. Because even if you don't have another person. There's actually liberation in being single, or there's liberation in um when things happen and things come tumbling down, there's liberation, right? Because nothing's the same again, which means that you can build everything's kind of smashed and destroyed to a certain extent, but that means you have the choice to build something up completely different. And if that's at the end of a relationship, you don't have to consider another person. You can actually build the life you want the way you want to. So it's about going within and going, okay, this stuff just happened and I haven't given up on life yet. I still know that I want to go through for at least another round of this stuff. So if this is, I want to build what I want. I've lost so much along the way, but there's still stuff to fight for. I still know what I want from life. And then go, well, what do I want from life? Who am I now? Um, who am I after all this stuff happened? And then it's assessing who am I? Who am I now? What does that look like? Who is this person? Because you're never going to get back to who the person you were. And it's almost like you have to walk away from the hope that you're going to be that person again, because that person didn't have all this stuff happen to them. That person doesn't exist anymore. So you have to grow from the person you are now, and not back to where you were, but to where you want to be from the place you are now. So it's a bit like saying, hey, I want to go to Scotland from Cornwall, and stuff happens along the way that takes you to Brighton, and you're like, okay, I'm going to go to Cornwall. Well, the directions to go from Cornwall to Scotland isn't going to happen, because if you do that, you're going to end up in the North Sea. So if you have to assess where you actually are now, and you can absolutely get to that end point, but you can't get there from the person. um she's had potentially bad news and can't lose her. Without sounding too nosy and prying too much, and you don't have to give too much away. Oh, she lives in Scotland. How funny is that? Um, anyway, you have to assess where you are now to where you want to be. You have to reroute, basically recalibrate the sat nav to where you want to go. Um, is this something that is physically taking a toll on her body? She's not given up hope. She's not lost the fight. I don't think she will necessarily lose the fight, but again, it's about starting a healing journey. Oh my God, you just want to go and be with her and help her. That just, maybe the two are tied. Are you thinking of moving your whole world there? Because it sounds weird, but I know stuff's like tied up and ended up, and there's less ties where you are now, and maybe there's a reason. But she has a big healing journey, but it's about how she navigates the journey and trying to do it now. Is that you walking away from your life now, even though there's ties there, emotional ties? It's not working out for you. It's not making you happy. And you're actually considering moving your whole world to somewhere new, because you are more than capable, by the way, of doing that. I mean, that's going to take effort, and it's going to take a lot of like setting down roots and building the whole world up again. But you are more than capable of doing that. And you might even be happy. Don't write it off. Start looking at ways you can make that happen. Like I said, yeah, you could be moving. You could be moving. There's a lot of anxiety to settle within yourself and stuff, and and shadow work and stuff to work through. Like, are you good enough? Is it going to work out? Who fucking knows? But it does feel like a whole new phase. I feel like this is a huge decision for you, a huge path for you. But the last card in your first initial three cards is the Sun, which is a happy, clarity, joy, freedomy kind of card. I feel like you're going to go and look after her and help her heal. because friends are the family we choose for ourselves, right? Absolutely. You can do it. You just need to research and put all the plans in place. There's a strategy that can be put in place. If she has a diagnosis, it doesn't feel terminal, if that's what doesn't feel terminal, if that's a diagnosis. But I'm not a doctor and I don't read health, but it doesn't feel that way. It feels like if you want to make it happen and you want to be there, you will get there. You can make the choice and you can get yourself there and you can make that way. But you have to decide if that's what you need right now, who you are now. Is that the path you want to go to? Is that the destination? Is that even where you want to go? You have to sit and assess where you are now and what you need and want right now. Then start going, okay, well, where do I want to get to there? And then start doing the route map. Does that make sense? I really hope that makes sense. Okay. Oh, we're coming up to 10 o'clock. It's been an hour and a half. I still have to upload my video to my class. So I think I'm going to leave it there. I think that's going to have to be it tonight. Well, yeah, they're pulling on my crown, so it may well be. No. Right. Okay. So if I didn't read for you tonight, I am really sorry. It always makes sense. I only say that because it doesn't make sense to me, and things don't always make sense to me. And I know I'm the messenger, and it only has to make sense to whoever hears it. But I deliver it, and it always feels so weird. You'd think after all this time, it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't. It never stops. Ah, thank you, Jess. But so are you. I've seen your healing work. Okay, right. I'm going to leave it there tonight, guys, because I don't want to push it. I will try and be on at least one evening this week. It's probably going to be around the 8 o'clock kind of time, and I will try and give some heads up. Tonight was just the class finished, no one hung around, so I was like, let's just jump on and do some cards. The TikToks I'm trying to do every day, so if you don't already, you can feel free to follow me on the TikToks. I always forget to share them on the Facebook page, so I will try and do that. But the TikToks, yes, every day, or nearly every day. I did have about 5 days where I didn't because I was ill and just didn't have the energy. But when I have a urge to do it, I do the TikToks. And again, that's just Magpie Moonchild on there. I'm actually considering bringing the weekly zodiac readings back in. But again, it depends how much time and effort I have to do it. But I do these when I feel I'm in the energy and just go and do it. So they will probably be random. The summer's about to get crazy. I have the last 6 weeks of my daughter in primary school. So we have sports days, we have performances, we have the last day of the year, we have parent ceremonies, we have all these things happening. So I'm really not committing to anything major like duo lives. If I do, then I will share those when I can. Anybody who didn't do the tethering event yesterday but wants to get in on that, you can still do that. You just need to go to Sayunastay's page. It was I came out of that with about 4 side quests for myself, so that was quite cool. The root one, there's another one for the crown. The next one's the crown, and I think it's going to be in August. And again, details of that are on Sayunastay. If you want to book a personal reading, what I will do is I will put up the direct link to the one-to-one video call link on the wall in a minute. Because apparently people have had problems booking that for some reason. I don't know why. It broke on the website. I fixed it and it's broke again. So yeah, so I'm going to put that link up on the wall for anybody that does want to book a reading. They are 33 at the moment. What else? I've forgotten. I don't know. I'm just on countdown mode. It's my birthday 2 weeks, so and obviously we have maybe I'll come on and do a Lena reading session for the midsummer. Let's do that too. Maybe I'll see about if I can fix that in place on the 20th. So which is my nan's birthday, so she'll be happy with me. But yes, I will be back on at some point in the week. It might be tomorrow, it might be Wednesday, it won't be Thursday because I believe my husband might be busy because there was something about Chicago being in Plymouth and he went, I don't know if I can do that because it's Thursday. But yeah, I'll just see. I will be on one night this week. Um, yeah. So if I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window. No, I'm joking. I love that line. But yes, I'm going to go now. Thank you to everybody who donated. Thank you to everybody who let me read for you. It always means the world to me. And yeah, I will see you all again soon. Bye for now.